So it's December 11th, 6:46 in the morning. I'm at the West End Gun Club in the back ranges. There's already people around in the other bays early in the morning. Funny thing is, rolled in this morning and the fog was really thick on the road going up to the range, and I actually missed my exit off the main street onto the dirt road, and I had to circle back around because it was just that thick. But out here right now, it's clear up once you get to this part of the range, but on the street it's just terribly thick as far as the fog is concerned. Just out here to shoot the AR, broke out the AR. I actually neglected to bring the correct pistol. I brought my Gen 4 Glock 19. I was going to shoot my Gen 3, but either way, they're both Glocks, so I'll just shoot this today. I brought the 9mm ammo with me, and I got enough mags, so we're good to go. Not much else to talk about, I guess, as far as what I'm going to shoot. I actually came out also primarily to shoot some stock photography for a couple of reviews I'm writing, so hopefully I can get that done before it starts to get really busy. And that should be about it for the vlog, and then I'm probably going to go ahead and answer a few questions as I shoot that I've been fielding over the past several weeks since the last vlog was published. And yeah, that's going to be it. So one issue to discuss during this vlog are the new laws that are affecting Californians in the new year or the next couple of years. Everyone's panicking right now about the ammo law or the ammo laws that will be put into effect. There's still a few details to be put in the air, or that are up in the air, regarding what is going to be put in place. But essentially, the one thing for sure is that you're not going to be able to purchase ammunition online without special exemptions. And so, but that's not going to happen until the earliest is going to be January 1st, 2018. So not next year, but the year following. So not this upcoming January, but the next January. So if you're in California and you're like trying to panic, or if you're panicking and trying to buy ammo, you can kind of relax right now. Obviously, you need to start planning for the eventual restrictions on how you can purchase ammo. And the one thing I did get for myself is what's called a certificate of eligibility in the state of California. So for those that are not in California, and maybe for those who are in California, a COE is basically this little certificate that the Department of Justice for the state issues to a person after they go through an extra background check. And that extra background check does a few other things, but once you qualify with the certificate of eligibility, that gets you a few other things. You're supposed to have a COE for to be working in a gun store and other things. So, and one thing the COE does give you in the state of California is the ability to receive CNR rifles with a CNR FFL, because before you could get a CNR FFL delivered directly to your door, but California passed a law that says no, you can't do that even if you have a CNR FFL. And so they required that you have to have also a COE in order to receive firearms directly to your door if you have a CNR FFL, which is pretty stupid, but it is what it is. So the COE, though, they added that exemption, at least in the current text of what they proposed in the bill, is that you can have a COE and a CNR FFL, and you can still receive ammunition from mail order online sources from out of state. So anyway, that's one thing that Californians need to adjust for right now, as they're planning to adjust for. But if you're panicking trying to buy all the ammo you can in stores right now, it's kind of dumb, because nothing's going to happen come January of 2017. So that's kind of one of the first issues. So obviously one other issue affecting Californians in the next, or at least definitely affecting Californians in this upcoming new year, is the magazine ban. So basically anything over 10 rounds is banned in the state of California in terms of possession. Before, in previous years, it was all exempted for grandfathered mags. So basically anything that was purchased before 2000 was exempted from that law. But now the Californians are now subject to this new ban. So if you have any magazines over 10, you pretty much have to get rid of them. So you have about roughly 20 days to enjoy your 30 round AR mags until you have to get rid of them. So that's another thing that Californians are having to deal with right now. So Not sure what to say about that, but we pretty much are screwed in terms of that aspect of gun ownership. Now, as far as 30 round mag or AR mags are concerned, I did buy 10 round mags with 30 round bodies. And what you need to be aware of is that there are some magazines out there that they sell as 10/30s. So they're 10 rounders. They're specifically blocked so that they only hold, they're 30 round mags that are bodies that hold 10 rounds that are blocked to only hold 10. The problem with that is some of these manufacturers are doing it poorly such that you can actually press in an 11th round, and depending on who you encounter as far as law enforcement is concerned, they may decide to ding you on that. So you need to be careful with the magazines that you buy that are limited. They're 30 rounds limited to 10. You have to just be careful. You don't want to be caught with an infraction on that. And so for those Californians who are well aware of this magazine ban, you need to understand, though, that if you don't understand, that after January 1st, 2017, possession of any magazine over 10 is illegal, but if you get caught with it, it's technically only an infraction, which is not even a misdemeanor, it's just a finable offense. And that offense increases over time, or increases over repeated offenses. So I think that's just one safeguard as far as a person getting caught with a magazine over 10 rounds, especially for those who don't even know that this law isn't going to be put in effect. So while I do like the 2-point slings, such as this Blue Force Gear VCAS sling, the problem that I've had ever since I got this sling and started running magazines on my belt line is that if I'm at this patrol position or whatnot, when I come up on target, sometimes, depending on how much slack is on this sling, I will get caught up with the sling onto the mags on the belt line, and that hinders my draw or my presentation on a target. So that's just one thing to take into account if you're going to run a 2-point sling, such as the Blue Force Gear VCAS. And then Haley Strategic just released their D3 sling, I believe they call it. But I was going to look at that. But it's basically the same design, 2-point sling with an adjuster to cut out slack on the sling. But I've been a fan of these Blue Force VCAS gears, Blue Force Gear VCAS slings for a while now. So the drizzle thankfully let up, all that moisture and fog, and the reason why is because I didn't want to use my camera gear while all that moisture was here. I used the EOS M, which is what I have on the tripod right now, for vlogging, but that thing's not weather sealed. My Canon 5D Mark III is weather sealed, but at the same time I didn't want to use it until it let up, and I needed to record some stock video for another video I'm trying to do, and also some stock photos. So I had to hold off a little bit until this fog and the drizzle sort of just went away, and right now it's pretty decent. So that's why I have the camera gear out again. So for those wondering, earlier this morning when I mentioned I brought the wrong gun today, or the wrong pistol, I actually meant to bring my Glock 19 Gen 3, and this is my Gen 4, which I have two Glock 19 Gen 4s. And overall, I do like the Gen 4 over the Gen 3 as far as the texture and the feel of the grip. And for some reason, the Gen 3, I had to shave off the finger grooves to make it feel comfortable, whereas the Gen 4 just feels comfortable even with the finger grooves. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. As far as the light, I have this Surefire XC1, which I wrote a review on. You can read it on my blog at okfj.net. And it's designed for these compacts. So like the Gen 19, if you can see here, it fits flush with the muzzle. So it's really optimal as far as this specific platform. And so if you're looking for a compact light to fit your compact gun pistol, like your G19, definitely consider this XC1. And I use it with two different holsters. If you read my review, I discussed those holsters briefly, but I have the Raven Concealment Systems outside the waistband Kydex holster, and then I have one IWB Haley Strategic Incog holster, which fits this G19 with the XC1 light. Anyway, this is my Gen 4 G19. I wish I'd bought more. I have just this one and another G19 Gen 4 in FDE, which I actually never fired. And then I have a Gen 4 Glock 26, which in FDE, which I do like, and I carry that when I can, where I have a valid CCW. So as far as my projects are going, right now I'm pretty much done with the Remington 700 from this year. My Savage 10 FP, I'm waiting on a scope. I actually ordered the Vortex Razor AMG from Brownells. I got it on Cyber Monday rather. And the reason why I bought it is because Brownells had a 10% off coupon and it was valid on that pre-order or that back order, because they don't have the Razor HD AMG in stock. So I just went ahead and placed it. So 10% off 2,500, that's 250 off, which is a pretty decent deal if you don't have. I think Vortex has a military discount, but granted I'm not military or law enforcement, so I can't get that discount. So the Brownells discount was pretty good. That's why I purchased it. So I'm waiting on that. And once I get that Razor AMG, I'm going to throw that on the Savage. Going to get a spur mount most likely, and then we'll see where that lands as far as that project's concerned. And 2017, I'm going to segue into another precision rifle project. Most likely custom action. I'm going to go with a Surgeon. So I'm going to go with the Surgeon action and 6.5 Creedmoor or 216 Remington. I'm still debating on that, even though Creedmoor or Lapua is coming out with the Creedmoor brass, so I may go 6.5 Creedmoor. As far as guns I purchased this year, I did buy that 700p, but I also, this past couple weeks, I picked up my AR in 308. Sorry, the AR lower, a 308 lower. So the reason why I bought the 308 lower is because I may build a 6.5 Creedmoor semi-auto, and I wanted to get a 308 lower on the books before the year's up. Because for those that don't know, in California, they're gonna, any AR that has a bullet button is going to be a assault weapon, classified as an assault weapon in the state. So once you classify a firearm as an assault weapon, the theory is that the bullet button can come off, so you can have a fully functional AR or magazine release at that point. So I figure I'll go ahead and get a 308 lower on the books, and then once I buy it before the year's up, I can register it come next year, and then I may build that later on into a 6.5 Creedmoor semi-auto AR. We'll see, but it'd be nice to have one on the books ready to build. And so that's pretty much it as far as projects are concerned. I don't think I'm going to build that 6.5 Creedmoor AR anytime soon. I would much rather start working on that custom precision rifle build. So as far as what I was doing, as far as the recording today, other than the vlog, I needed some stock recording and stock video and stock photos for a review for this watch that I'm wearing. If you pay attention to any of the watches that I wear in the vlog, it's most likely would have been my Casio G-Shock GW9400 Rangeman in OD green. But recently I picked up this GWG 1000 Mudmaster, which is also by G-Shock or Casio. It's a Casio G-Shock Mudmaster. So I picked this up and I wanted to write a review on it, but in order to write the review, I also like to have photos, and then I'm going to do a video review as well. So wanted to have some video clips with the watch in order to compose and publish that review. So that should be happening pretty soon. So there's one thing I want to note. I got this Geisley charging handle, the supercharging handle, which I talked about in a previous vlog. I haven't written or published a review on it, but frankly, I do have issues with it. Specifically, there's binding when you try to pull the charging handle back. If you move the charging handle back and you put any sort of torque or force that's not lateral, like vertically or vertically and not straight back, it causes it to bind. And I think the tolerances on this particular charging handle are tighter, or just, I don't want to say tighter, but the charging handle is very finicky as far as the dimensions. And I think the BCM gunfighter charging handle that I was using for a long time, that one has better tolerances as far as being loose, so it can operate a lot better as far as dirt and grime. So I may ditch this Geisley supercharging handle. So to give you an idea of what I mean by the way that charging handle binds, actually, I have one round left on this. Let me dump it. So if you see the charging handle moves straight back just fine, but if I kind of pull up at the same time, it won't move back, which is very irritating. So it is problematic as far as charging handle operation. So it binds quite easily, which I don't appreciate. So I may ditch this charging handle, and it's something I need to write about because I have not reviewed or written a review on the Geisley supercharging handle. But that's one of my complaints regarding it. And it's very sticky. Right now it won't pull back. If I pull straight back, it's fine. If I kind of pull down and straight back, it binds. So definitely something I don't like about it, and I'm probably gonna have to publish some information regarding this issue. So I'm pretty much done for today. A lot of my shooting was just with the AR, some pistol drills, and getting that stock video and stock photos taken with the for this watch review I need to do. But other than that, pretty much gonna get out of here. It's been I think it's a very nice day actually, aside from it being a little bit wet in the morning. I love this overcast weather. It's great for recording video, what I need to do as far as photography is concerned. As far as shooting for the rest of the month, I was gonna go to 29 Palms to shoot the long range match on this upcoming Friday, but Star Wars comes out that Thursday night, and I was gonna see it at the 22:30 showing, so I'm probably not gonna go shoot that match because I'm gonna watch Star Wars. Plus, I don't want to take another day off from work before the holiday break, so I just need to just not go to that match. I'd like to go, but if it was during the holiday break, I definitely would go. But the fact that you got Star Wars the night before, and just the fact that I don't want to have to take an extra vacation day before the holiday break because I have stuff to take care of at work, that's why I'm not going. So not going to that 29 Palms match. Most of my shooting will probably be here at West End. There's no more matches at Pendleton. I didn't go to the one last week. There was a long range match last week that I did not attend because I got lazy. Yesterday there was a Burrow Canyon event which I did not go to, and the only reason I didn't go is because I had some other errands to run, plus I didn't feel like going all the way out to Burro Canyon in Los Angeles, or the Angeles, I don't know what canyon it is, but anyway, Burro Canyon in that Los Angeles County or whatever. I didn't want to drive all the way out there, pay $30 to shoot, and we can't even shoot steel. You can't shoot steel, and you can't even have steel target bases, which makes no sense to me. I can understand not shooting on steel, but not being able to shoot on a steel target base makes absolutely no sense. So I didn't feel like doing that. I'd much rather just come out the West End and shoot at the targets and the target stands that I want to use without anybody hassling me, because there's no rules against it. So that's why I didn't go to that event yesterday. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully this vlog wasn't too boring, and pay attention to my blog at okmj.net, and on my YouTube channel I'm going to post that watch review on the GWG 1000 DC 185 Mudmaster. I'm going to have a review on that posted within the next couple of days, hopefully. Anyway, today is December 11th, Sunday. That's it for today's range vlog.